Is it in marriage or just in general?
Say in general, and you can, if your marriage is a priority.
I assume if they're watching this video that
Yeah.
their marriage might be a priority. I assume. I don't know. Maybe they just like looking at you. I'm not really sure, but
I think it's you.
maybe with this new haircut. Hey there, friends. In this week's video, we're going to talk about 3 things to stay aligned with priorities.
Right, and priorities are a really big deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are. So, because they're a big deal, what's number 1? The first thing, the first way to stay aligned with your priorities is to
know them.
Know them and
what
have
are they?
them.
Yeah,
right?
what are they?
So how do we establish priorities, right? We talked about core values, in a couple of videos ago. So how do we create priorities?
Priorities are very similar to core values. However, there's more of them, and they are more detailed. So, for example, we could have a core value of like growth, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but things I may want to grow in are my health, my faith, my relationship with you, our relationship with the girls, like, right, parenting.
Personal growth, right?
Personal growth in general, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my priorities can be, we can have more things. We recommend like stopping at about 10. So for example, I'll give you some of my first ones, which would be my faith, my health, my marriage, my kids, our home, our friends and family, our business. And so just literally taking a piece of paper and writing them down and putting them in order is a wonderful first step. A quick check-in, which that's the second step.
Number 2.
Number 2 is checking in. And a really great way for a quick check-in when you're doing this exercise, just to see where you are right now and how you align with your values, is taking that list that you've made, put them in order of core values, or priorities. Like, is it number 1 faith? Is number 1 your health? Is number 1 your marriage? Like, what is number 1? And then on the other side, look at your calendar or just look back over the last week or month and say, what have I given my best time to? Okay? And then as you have these 2 columns, this is what my time is getting and this is what matters to me. These are my priorities. In order, draw a line and see where you're off. Because this exercise for me the first time was mind-blowing, because I had our marriage at the top of my priority list. Back when our marriage was failing, as far as time went, right? If all we have is time and we give our best time to the things that are not our top priorities, what happens?
Yeah, I know we talk to a lot of couples or people in general that they say, well, my marriage is my priority, or it is a priority. Cool, great. Show me in your calendar what you're doing to make that a priority. And usually there's nothing there. And that's not, I'm not trying to blame or shame or judge anybody. I think it's just a common thing where it's like, yeah, this is important.
Yes.
But, I guess if I'm really not checking in, I don't really know if I'm taking action on that priority within my calendar to make sure I'm giving it the time it needs in order for it to flourish and bring joy to my life.
Right, so that first check-in, you can do that exercise, right? You could do that exercise anytime you want. But another way to do a quicker exercise that we do consistently is a quick 1 to 10 check-in. All right, here's my number 1. My number 1 is my faith. 1 to 10, how am I doing right now on the things that I believe bring me closer to having better faith, bring me closer to having a better relationship with us, right? A better health, all of these things. 1 to 10, how am I doing? So the last step, so that's check-in. The last step is giving time to it. Okay, so being aligned with your priorities means that you are giving time to the things that matter most. So if one of your highest priorities has a low rating, that's what gets the time.
Yeah.
Simply put, that you don't have to question it. You don't have to say, what should I do? If you have a high, especially those top 3 or 4, if you have a high priority that has a low, like let's take health for example. Health should be at the top for anybody. That's personal opinion, but the opinion of if we're not here, right, we don't have priorities. So, I mean, true story. So if your health is a low rating, What should you be doing?
I should need to make sure that I am
It's on your
doing things
calendar.
in my calendar to make sure
Yes.
that I am making it a
Moving your
priority.
body, drinking water, and eating nourishing food. Done, right? So not everything is that simple, right? Marriage can be a little more complicated. So when we go back to, we've done some previous videos on creating a vision for your relationship and a plan. We've done a video on how to move yourself forward or maintain moving forward. Like, what are those actions, energies, and I forget what the last one was, but the really the actions that move you forward in any one of your life areas or any one of your priorities, and you do more of those things. Yep. Simply put, we do more of those things. And so those are the 3 steps. And the important part of sitting down and writing your values down in order also helps you when something comes up. Hey, can you do this? Hey, can you add this to your plate? Because so often part of why we're off on our priorities is we're overscheduled and we're overwhelmed. And so when something comes in, hey, can you do this? And you look at your priority list and you say, if all of my priorities have high ratings right now and are feeling really strong and I have adequate time, throw it in. But if I don't, where would it go? And what am I going to say no to that's on my priority list to say yes to this new thing?
I don't mean to make this video long, but
that's okay.
Right, it reminds me of the big rocks analogy, right? Where you put the big rocks in the jar
analogy.
and then you pour the sand in. But if you pour the little things, the sand in first, into the jar, you have no room for the big rocks, the priorities.
Yes.
But you can make room for the sand when the big rocks go in first.
Right. It's you take a jar and you put all the big rocks in first, right? All the most important things, your priorities, they go in first. They get the time first. And then you throw the sand in over the top and everything fits, right? Because our big rocks, our big priorities are the things that nourish us. And if we are in line with those priorities, it's a lot easier to put the sand in.
Right,
the sand being the many things. But if you fill your life with sand,
you can't get the big rocks into the jar.
You can't get the big rocks in the jar.
Yeah.
Great way to end it, honey.
Okay, cool. Well, if you like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we will see you on the next one.
Yes.
Besides, you're really good at bloopering it up.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
You usually don't. It's when you don't try. You usually.
I know, but when you want a good one, I'll give it to you.
All right.
That's what she said.
Getting me excited before recording the video. All right. Okay. What are we doing next?
We're not doing anything.
Oh, we're not? What's the next video?